Hey guys, this is the first of what will be many informational videos for you. We're calling them quick attack videos. It's fireground lingo. Today we're going to talk about closing costs for the buyer where the lender is concerned, and we have as our subject matter expert Brett Vino from Benchmark Mortgage, a group that we really prefer to work with. They take care of our first responders and our veterans, and so we're always down for that. So Brett, tell us a little bit briefly about why you chose Benchmark.
Man, getting a chance to serve the veterans as a full-time job is just something that is just fantastic for me. I've always had a passion for wanting to serve our guys that serve and our first responders, and now getting to do this and help these people out full-time is just perfect for me, and it's very rewarding.
Very cool, very cool. So if you haven't noticed, that's what Firehouse, that's the kind of people we surround ourselves with because we want to take care of you guys. So first of all, what a lot of first-time home buyers are really interested in is how low can my credit score be before I buy to be eligible for a loan?
That would be probably 580.
Okay. Okay, good deal. We have different types of loans. You have conventional and non-conventional, which includes everything from FHA to VA to USDA, and each one of those has a different amount of closing costs. Am I correct in saying that?
That is correct.
Okay. If you think you're ready to buy a house, the first place to stop is?
Benchmark Mortgage.
Absolutely. You want to talk to a lender to see where you stand. And also, there's a difference between somebody like Benchmark or somebody like Chase or Quicken. Briefly describe those differences for us.
There is value in the relationship that we can offer the client. I mean, that's as simple as that. To be able to basically help coach them through the largest financial decision of their life.
Absolutely. And
just become a better steward of their resources.
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for.
To have somebody that's local who I can call at 6 o'clock on Friday evening, he's going to pick up the phone and answer my questions. And that will put your mind at ease of what you can expect. Whereas I've also dealt with the big banks, Chase, Wells Fargo, I'm gonna go ahead and call them by name, the Quicken loans, they're spread out all over the country, and guess what? When it's 5 o'clock in their time zone, you're not getting them. So that's one thing I can speak to when it comes to dealing with companies like Benchmark. Back to closing costs. What are closing costs?
Closing costs are essentially the fees that cost to borrow the money.
So we're talking about all the fees for you guys to do your documentation, all the preparation that the title company has to do, but it's essentially everything, all the services that the lender themselves provide. Does that include down payment?
No.
Absolutely not. So the whole point of this video is to educate you guys to know that down payment is not always exactly what you need. You're going to need a little bit more, at least to get prepared. Basically, when you take those costs, and generally speaking, when we're sitting down with a piece of paper, talking with our family, what can we afford? Do we have enough to buy a house? Is there kind of a general percentage point or figure that you like to throw out just to get the ball rolling, just for guesstimation purposes?
3% is usually going to be the average.
An example of that would be what we've got here written on the board in my beautiful hieroglyphics. So whether you're putting 3.5% down, 5%, 10%, 20%, that doesn't matter. Okay, you're going to not, you just need to be in mind that there is a good possibility that you will also have to provide that extra. And in addition to that, if you find yourself needing to borrow money from, say, a family member, they're going to gift it to you. Understand that's going to add to the process. Please understand that.
Quickest advice I can say when it comes to that, get a letter documenting where this money is coming from, and that it's specifically a gift. That's the key right there, because we don't want people getting money, borrowing money to pay to borrow money.
Exactly, and that's the point of that whole requirement. When you're getting ready to buy a home, you want to know where you stand. First stop is
Benchmark Mortgage.
And then I'll get in touch with you once they figure out where you're at. Make sure you have that money available, down payment plus closing costs, available in cash, ready to put down at closing. One more thing that's outside of closing costs, you have a option fee, and some people call it an inspection fee. It's basically what you're paying that seller to take the home off the market and stop showing while you have an inspection done. Number two is an appraisal, and that is when the lender is going to make a loan, they need to make sure that what they're loaning on is worth what they're going to loan out. But you need to be aware that that's going to happen in the beginning of the whole transaction, and that's going to be about $500 for the appraisal, about $250 for the inspection. They're separate costs. Be ready for that too. So first responders and vets, like I said, Benchmark is your go-to place. So is Firehouse Real Estate. I am actually a career fireman, if you didn't know that by now. And so my heart is for servants. Some of the incentives that we offer, you get a percentage of the sales price back when you use Firehouse Real Estate. And let me clarify who our public servants are. They're not only first responders and current and former military, they're also teachers, healthcare workers, and ministry leaders. Okay, these are the people that I believe serve the public in ways that we would be in such dire straits if they weren't there to do these things. Benchmark, I know, offers a substantial allowance towards your closing costs when you go with them. They're a great company. They not only are they helping the actual veterans and first responders themselves, they're tied in with a lot of veteran support groups. Bootin' and Shootin' is one of them. Chad Fleming, who is an awesome guy, former Army Ranger, lost his leg, had to re-qualify for the Rangers, and did it. So he's attached his name to this company, and he has a role in Benchmark because he believes so much in what they do, as well as other veterans, well-known veterans out there. We all play a part when it comes to vets and first responders. It's incumbent upon us to take care of those who constantly take care of us. So Brett, do you have anything more to add?
No, you just about covered everything.
Okay, so remember, closing costs are on top of down payment. If you have any more questions about any of the process, we're going to include Brett's information at the end of the video, as well as mine. Of course, I'm Dan Kendall, Firehouse Real Estate. I really appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day.